Hey there, gang. This is White Panther coming to you from Tucson, Arizona with episode 8 of volume 3 of our video series Inside Panther's Lair. Today we'll be talking about a song called Last Love Song. One of the things that I love about folk, or more importantly country music, is that the lyrics are always come first. It's always about telling a story. It's about taking the listener to a place that that the performer or the songwriter has either literally been to or just gone to in their mind. I have been told on occasion that many of my songs fall into that category. This particular song came about one night when I was messing around on the computer, and I've openly admitted I'm a hack on the guitar. I'm a hack on the keyboard. I can bang out some simple melodies, but I'm really not a performer. We're not for computer editing software. And my magician George, I can probably say that most of my songs would never be out there, and they certainly would not have gotten the reception that they have so far. Well, this particular evening, I was playing with the software and going through some simple chord progressions on some guitar loops. And I started tweaking some reverb parameters and timing and tempo and a bunch of other... for lack of a better description, picture a huge control board, and I'm just playing with all the knobs. And somehow, and I really don't know how, I have the settings saved so I can reproduce it if I ever wanted to. But I got this simple guitar Rex loop to sound like a trio or possibly a quartet of violins being strummed just slightly out of sync. And it almost kind of had a galloping feel to it. Well, I listened, and it gave me a few ideas on how to play with the original progressions. And next thing I know, the lyrics just start pouring out of me. Now, I will say this to be 100% clear, so there are no doubts, there are no questions. I mentioned earlier that lyrics will take you to a place that the writer or performer has actually been, or just gone to in his head. This scenario was a purely imagined scenario. Like most good fiction writers, I based it loosely on some foundation of events in my life. But I can assure you, if you've been paying attention at all, this was absolutely, positively not the last love song I ever wrote, Baby Girl. So we put it down there. When I laid down the vocals, George was doing his thing again. I'm sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, come on, Luigi, this is last love song. You really got it." He turned off all of the, even in the control room, turned off all of the lights in the studio, except for one little 25 or 40 watt light bulb off in the corner of the vocal booth, and we kind of put this one down. I guess in this particular case, I was a little more successful at transporting the listener than I had anticipated, because I can tell you this with 100% certainty. When Baby Girl read the lyrics, and she actually read them before I got to play the song for her, she was none too happy. I honestly, when I had the conversation with her, I sat there in complete and utter disbelief that she could think that in any way, shape, or form, oh good God, that I was done with her. Got done writing music for her, much less hope. It's still so foreign a thought to my mind that I'm half shocked and half just hysterical, laughing on the inside that she could even think such a thing. But this woman is absolutely my world, and don't know what I'd do without her. But anyway, when you listen, you're going to hear that longing that George keeps pushing me to try to get into my vocals with these type songs. I don't know how successful the performance was, but the lyrics I'm happy with, the overall feel of the song. And you will hear as the music fades at the very end, just before it kicks in for the very last line of the song, we fade to silence, and you will hear a faint heartbeat with the kick drum that comes in and then stops for a moment. resumes during the silence and then plays out. Kind of there to mimic if God forbid there ever was a time when I wrote the last love song for this amazing woman, I know my heart would just stop. So anyway, all that having been said, we should probably get on to the song. So this is White Panther, as always, asking you to keep music in your hearts, and may God bless you.
This will be our last love song. I just had to write one more. You see, I've done all that I can to prove that I should be your man, and I just can't do no more. I've written you so many love songs. They've all come right from my heart. But if you still can't let me in, guess I'm gonna have to begin again and make another brand new start. Girl, you've been my every love song from the moment we first kissed. I gave you all I had to give. You were the reason I could live, and now it's all come down to this. I never sang another love song, not without you by my side. I must have dreamed too many dreams, at least right now that's how it seems, 'cause I ain't got you as my bride. So as I sing you our last love song, it's with my eyes both filled with tears. And you may not understand why it's time for me to say goodbye. But please just know I still love you so. For the rest of my years. Our last love song